what's going on, guys? My name is Zed and welcome to this video. This is last week I watched number 36, and this is the finale episode of last week I watched. Now, if you don't want to hear me ramble on about why I'm canceling the series, then just skip ahead to this timestamp. No hard feelings. But if you want to stick around and hear why I've decided to finish this show off here, then stick around to right now. So there's kind of three main reasons why I'm stopping last week I watched. Here's a bit of a story time, right? So I have been making YouTube videos for over a decade on a slew of different channels, and it's always been a passion of mine. I love making content, and at the beginning of this year, I decided to make this channel, Zed Collects, where I would show off everything in my life that I like to collect and talk about, and I thought that maybe some people want to watch. And slowly but surely, I have been, kind of growing an audience, and it's been really cool. I've met some awesome people through this YouTube channel, and some of my friends have also found out about this YouTube channel and have decided to support it also. And through all this, I decided that I don't want to review every single movie I watch. I feel like that might be a little too much. So why don't I just do kind of a recap series, recapping everything I would watch in a week, and that's what I did. So around February of this year, I started this series, Last Week I Watched. And here's a little clip from the first episode. But I want to start, it's Monday right now for me, and I want to start off every week with a weekly recap. I'm going to call it Last Week I Watched. Now, a lot has changed since that first episode. I have done 36 consecutive episodes of Last Week I Watched. Every Monday I post a brand new episode, and it's been a good run. So why end it? Though I have had fun watching the movies and have had fun making the videos, the truth of the matter, nobody watches them. Nobody watches the videos. And I try to put a lot of time and effort into making them. Every Last Week I Watch episode takes a week to make. Not a week straight, but a week of me watching the movies, thinking about them, actually shooting them, editing them down. It's a week-long process, and nobody watches. Now, when I make these videos, my goal is to have a connection. There's no monetary value in my videos. I'm not receiving any money, nor do I care that much. What I want, what I kind of thrive off of, is the value of conversation. And when I make these sorts of videos, every once in a while, I will get somebody who comments on there talking about a movie I watched or a movie they like, and that's awesome. I love that. But when I get 3 to 5 views every Last Week I Watch, it's just not worth my time anymore. And another reason, I like making content that I would want to watch. And to be honest, I really don't want to watch Last Week I Watched. So if I don't want to watch my own videos, why would anybody else want to? I go back and I watch my haul videos. I enjoy those, but I rarely ever go back and watch Last Week I Watched. Because it's just not interesting. I've already watched the movies. I already know my opinions on the movies. Why would I want to watch my movie reviews? I don't, maybe that's just an unfair view at the whole thing, but that's just how I feel. I want to like the videos I make. And another reason why I'm stopping is because watching movies has kind of become a chore of sorts. I love collecting movies. I love watching movies, but I don't want to feel the pressure to have to watch them. And that's kind of something that I've been dealing with over the last couple of months, is this overwhelming feeling like I need to be watching more movies. I need more content, more substance to this video than just oh guys, I watched 2 movies. That was pretty uneventful. Some weeks I want to watch 15 movies. Some weeks I just want to watch 2. And that just happens. It happens to everybody. People that love movies sometimes don't want to watch them. So with that being said, those are kind of my 3 reasons, right? People don't watch these videos. People don't really interact with them, which kind of like follows under not watching. I really wouldn't want to watch these videos either. And then also, I want to have fun watching movies again without having to feel the pressure of needing to meet a quota every week. To be able to make a video, a fun, entertaining video, which, don't get me wrong, I have had fun making these videos, or I wouldn't have made 36 of them. And I do think some of them are pretty good. You know, a lot of people kind of miss out on a lot of like the jokes and the funny bits because they only watch like the first 3 minutes of the video or like first 30 seconds. Like, I can see my analytics. I know how long you guys watch for. Now, this doesn't mean that there isn't any future for Last Week I Watched or any type of format like that on this channel. I'm not closing the door on it completely, but I just need an audience for it. I need people to have a conversation with, and I need to have that burning desire again. And I just don't have it anymore. But without any further ado, let me bring you into the final episode of Last Week I Watched. Whew. So the first movie I've watched this week is Scent of a Woman. This should be in a upcoming haul video. I don't know if that's going to be out by the time this episode airs, but you'll know, maybe. Do you watch the videos? That's the whole point of why I'm canceling the series, because nobody's watching it. So I thought Scent of a Woman was about Al Pacino being a blind lawyer. And that's what I said in the haul video, but that's not the truth. I've only actually seen the end of the movie in a small clip where Al Pacino is defending Charlie against his school board. And I just thought that it was a crime room drama. But it's really about this guy, played by Al Pacino, who, the Colonel, he's kind of an asshole. He's ex-military. He's recently gone blind in the last couple of years, and his life is just kind of, in his eyes, fallen apart. And over the weekend break, the Colonel's family hires Charlie to watch over him, and they end up going on this bigger adventure than Charlie had planned. And it's kind of heartwarming. It really is. It's crazy. Al Pacino gives a crazy, over-the-top performance, and it actually won him the Oscar for Best Actor that year, which was 1993. I loved it. I loved the relationship between Charlie and the Colonel. I love the over-the-top acting. I thought that his performance, Al Pacino's performance as a blind man, was super convincing. With a big star like Al Pacino, for me, sometimes it's hard to disconnect from the actor. But I was able to in this movie. I was able to disconnect that I'm watching Al Pacino pretend to be a blind guy, and I was just watching a blind guy. A very enthusiastic blind guy, but blind guy nonetheless. I don't know, there are so many parts in this movie where it had my heart racing, it had me feeling very emotional, very angry, it had me clapping, it had me rooting, it had me not really booing, but in a sense booing. I had a slew of emotions watching this movie, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't give many movie recommendations to my friends because they don't listen to me when I give them. But this is one that I actually did, and I recommend it to you. It's one that I've been recommended quite a few times, and I'm glad I finally have given it a watch. And it's one of my favorite pickups in a long time. Scent of a Woman, I would give 5 out of 5 stars. So then I watched He Never Died. Now, I had no expectations going into this movie, right? I thought that it would be kind of a fun movie about immortality, but I got something almost completely different. It was so good. It really was. It took very familiar stories and put a new twist on it that I was not expecting. Now, this movie isn't without its faults. There's a couple story elements I wish they would have pushed further and explained a little bit more. But overall, it has great performances, especially its lead actor who plays Jack. And just overall, I had so much fun with the movie. And just overall, I had so much fun with this movie. It's going to stay with me for a while. It has a great dry comedy to it as well, which I love. But it's just so many badass moments, so many unexpected moments, and just overall really, really great, really entertaining. And again, I think it's going to be a movie that sticks with me, and I think if you watch it, it'll probably stick with you too. He Never Died, I would give 4 out of 5 stars. Alright folks, we have made it to the last review in last week I watched. This is bittersweet, it really is. So bittersweet, in fact, that I have recorded this 9 times. I just can't get the right words out. There's a part of me that doesn't want to end, and I want to keep this going, but I know it's the right thing in the end, so Over the Moon, Netflix's newest animated movie, and it's brought to us by the visionary minds behind Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and it truly is a vision to behold. It is a gorgeous movie filled with amazing songs and a great, touching story about one true love and moving on. Now, I don't want to give away too much, but the opening of this movie is very reminiscent of that of Pixar's Up. And then the movie goes on to just be a beautiful, beautiful piece about love. Love is the most fundamental piece of this movie, but it's also about culture. It has beautiful culture in this movie. Again, beautiful songs, beautiful animation. I mean, seriously, beautiful animation. Now, this movie isn't without its faults. The plot kind of goes by too fast in certain areas, and I don't know why, because there are some parts of the plot that are super fleshed out, make total sense, and they just kind of like press fast forward real quick, and you're like, whoa! And honestly, I just kind of accepted it and didn't really too much care because it was so beautiful and so touching, and there's a lot of really great learning moments in this movie. But overall, I would give Over the Moon 4 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy it. And now we are actually at the end of the video. For those who actually made it, I want to say thank you. For those who supported the series in the past, I want to say thank you. And for those who continue to support me in the future, I want to say thank you. I will be making plenty of more videos, and of course, I'll be making plenty of more review videos. I just don't know when, or what, or why, but you'll see them on the channel in some capacity or other. But I want to, for the last time, and last week I watched, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And next time, I'll be seeing you later. Peace.